Heyo everybody, I wasn't exactly expecting to have enough time to record this today or even post it, but it looks like I've found or made some time. So let's talk about, discuss, review this One Piece anime episode that just came out last night. Was it 788 I believe is the new one? So yeah, and I actually will say that I generally liked this one. I thought it was really enjoyable, fun to watch. I feel like it wasn't perfect. There were of course some problems here and there, but my complaints with it are extremely few, honestly. I thought it was good. I had a really good time watching it. Also, sorry if I look a mess. I feel like I wore a hat most of today, and I feel like my hair did not like that by the way it's looking. So sorry if I do look quite the mess. But let's talk about what I thought about this episode, part by part, of course. One of the first things when I started watching that I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, that Big Mom introduction was only, a week or two ago? I think it was maybe even just last week. But yeah, that's grown on me. I actually, going back and rewatching that scene, I really respect what they did with the Big Mom introduction, the song and everything. I thought it was good. I thought it was genuinely good. So yeah, it doesn't even seem like it was that recent, honestly. But yeah, either way, time flies, you know. But I would say that one, starting off with a negative, even though I said I had very few negatives. The episode didn't start until a fourth of the way in. We were like 6 minutes in before the episode actually started, between recap and the opening and the minute-long bullshit of saying the main characters' names. So I guess technically that is a problem. I mean, they should really just try to add some in-canon filler instead of just wasting our time with that kind of padding, but it is what it is. And the rest of the episode was good enough that I don't even really feel like giving it a hard time for that. So we start off seeing Broccoli and their civil war and all. The Germa kicking some ass. We get the wall scene with Ichiji, and it's obvious that's his name because he has ones all over him. Come on, keep up, people, if you don't think that's his name, or if you think that's a spoiler. No, that is not a spoiler, that is logic. And he kills a guy. Something we don't see terribly often in One Piece, I guess. I mean, I guess we're led to believe that many of the people in Jack's attack on Zoe died. So, well, I don't know. It seems like many of them died by the way they said it. But then again, I'm pretty sure they said, oh, they saved it so there wasn't a casualty even though our city was destroyed. But I feel like there should have been a casualty in there. Either way, maybe I'm just mixing stuff up. But yeah, either way, it was pretty cool. A little bit darker than usual, but I guess that's neither good nor bad, really. Because you can argue we need more, you can argue we don't need it. I mean, either way, it's kind of a neutral event. The sound effects team, though, I feel like the sound effects team is trying really, really hard to make the Vinsmokes not cool by giving them those horrible moon boot sound effects that are just so bad. The sound effects team just, they need some reform in the sound effects team. Yeah, once we get done seeing them, we have a lot of sequences of the Straw Hats on the ship, and that is always fun. That's one of my favorite things that's always been about One Piece from the very beginning of the show. We've always got episodes and parts of episodes that were almost entirely the Straw Hats on the ship, character stuff, and that's what this was, and it's usually always good. It's one of the things that made me really love the series, and it was really good. I enjoyed all of this. I had so much fun watching all the stuff that happened on the ship. Luffy saying that he'll cook and Nami and Brook freaking out was great. I loved the Pedro and Carrot moment they had, where Carrot says, I want to help, and takes over for him as the lookout and stuff, because of course my theory has been for quite a while that Carrot's going to be the lookout for the Straw Hats and join them. Please. I partially want it, and I partially think it's built up enough that it should happen. So yeah, it's kind of a theory, but also a hope. Then the juice flowing out from a nearby island causes them to ask Pedro about his past again, and he says he's been here before, but before we can get any details on that, of course, something has to interrupt him, and it is a giant sea centipede, and compared to the manga, they really drug this out, and I thought it was great that they did. I think dragging stuff like this out, developing it further without making it terribly paced, because this wasn't badly paced, everything was happening with the centipede in a great way. They just added stuff in there, in-canon filler, and it was really well done. I thought it was really, actually, something like that could have gone either way, but I actually thought it was really fun just seeing Luffy beat up on these centipedes, because they did it well. I like the moment, though, when the first one was destroyed and then Brook was like, is that it? And the second one shows up. That was actually really, I don't know, just a funny little quirk thing in there. So yeah, I thought it was fun, thought it was enjoyable. Then we cut away from that to see Big Mom rampaging for some croquembouche. She's headed for Sweet City. We see all the people in her crew freaking out. We need to get her some croquembouche or she'll destroy the city. She starts destroying the place, killing people. They say the death toll's rising or whatever. And that's where we end. And I definitely have some problems with us ending there. Again, I didn't think it was bad. It's not something I'm really going to actively complain about because I still really enjoyed the episode despite it. But maybe we should have ended on the Jinbei return, since Toei was going to go ahead and spoil the Jinbei return in the next episode on anyway, which is something that so many people have been complaining about for a long time, and Toei has just decided, lol fans, we don't care. If you're an anime-only fan, I'll say this right now, it must suck to be an anime-only fan right now. Because for the past year or two, Toei spoils everything that's going on in the actual titles and in the promos or whatever. There are no surprises anymore, not just because of manga or the manga fans spoiling it, but because Toei themselves are spoiling it. And it's pretty ridiculous, honestly. That's the one big thing with One Piece, is that no matter how much I love the series, I feel like Toei has taken the rights to the series, and I'm happy that it's being animated. I'm happy that somebody has the rights and all that, but with the actual quality, I've said it a lot of times, I feel so often that Toei's like, we want the money from One Piece, but we don't give a shit about the quality. Like, it feels so often that Toei doesn't care about One Piece, and I hate to say something like that because they are giving us this show, but to a point when it feels like they don't care about the show, it hurts it a little in your mind. Because say something like, One Piece, quality-wise, would be way, way better than Kimono Friends, at least quality of production and all that. But the reason that it's so much easier, I think, to like maybe Kimono Friends, and you just using that as an example because it's so out there and it's an example of something that's production-wise bad but really, really beloved by a lot of people. And I think that's because you can tell that it was only 10 people working on it and they worked really hard and put a lot of heart and soul into it. Whereas with One Piece, it's like they put in what money they can, they just give you the product that they think will bring in returns because it's One Piece, and just about anything they do will get them those returns. It's like one of those things where it's such an established series that they don't really feel like they need to make it an amazing, amazing episode every episode, because they're like, people are going to watch it anyway, it's One Piece. The manga sells millions. The manga outsells every other manga by so far. They're like, the series is so huge that we can't really do much with the anime to fail because the writing is there. The writing's already there for us, and the writing has not failed like a lot of other long-term manga had. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's my big problem with One Piece right now, and like I said, it's not even a huge problem. It's just that I want to feel more like Toei cares about One Piece, but Toei keeps making choices here and there where I'm like, I don't know if they actually care about One Piece. Care about it beyond getting the paycheck from owning the rights to One Piece. But yeah, either way, episode as a whole, I thought it had some problems, like I said, but overall I loved it, and overall I thought the animation was good for a One Piece episode. Everything on the ship especially. I really enjoyed watching it, but even more so, I really enjoyed watching everything they did on the ship. And of course I said, I think, okay, sometimes it seems like Toei doesn't completely care, but they are still giving us a good show, which is why it's hard to say. Like, it's like I want to root for them, but sometimes it does feel like they're taking sort of an easy way out. And as a score, I enjoyed it so much, despite it having problems. I couldn't give it a perfect score, it has some certain problems, but I enjoyed it so much and was entertained by it so much that I think I'd give it an 8.5 giant sea centipedes out of 10. That one was a little bit uncreative, but is what it is. 8.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed the video though, so like if you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Sorry if you have been able to hear this bass in the background the entire time. There are some people down the road that for the past however few hours it's been have just been blaring this bass, and I don't know how they can stand it that loud inside of their house if it is so loud and annoying all the way down the street at my house. But yeah, it is what it is. I said like and comment right, so subscribe if you want for more One Piece anime, manga, and all that if you're not already subbed. Follow on Twitter if you want as well, and I'll try to keep you updated there if you want to on stuff for the channel, or just talk about random stuff there as well. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.